Day 5. This could be something different. Hope everyone's doing good today. I wasn't expecting, I shouldn't say expecting, but rather I don't feel like I had something to put on this video. So far, my content has been just about me ranting on about just my life. I'm trying to figure out what will click. And part of this is also so I can get better at communicating and projecting my voice so that way I can use that as my leverage to excel when I do find something that clicks. And of course, I'm not gonna find it right away. It's like, I know it's gonna take time to formulate different styles of videos and different topics, maybe, maybe sensing some type of passion coming off of, just the tone that I bring. Excitement that's that's put up on this video for you guys to see. I'm still not, as you noticed, I haven't really dropped the habit, and I'm aware of it now. When I do say it, it's actually kind of funny. It's interesting because as I'm talking, I'm trying really hard not to say it because it's like I said, I'm aware. And when I do say it, I'm like, I know I was going to say it, yeah. So it's interesting. I'm finding out things about myself. Maybe I could do better. Maybe I am not working as hard. I can definitely work harder, I would say. I can definitely do this every day. I can definitely get better in every realm, So my first video was 11 days ago. That means I would have made 11 videos by now. So this would have been my 11th day had I kept going. And you may say that, life happens, that you're busy, and sure I was. Also, I believe that it's all about priorities. It's all about how bad you want it and how hard you're willing to work to make things happen. So I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm not gonna just pretend like I've been working so hard that I didn't have a single 10 minutes to spare for a video to record myself, and I was about to say it again, call myself I'm proud. I'm not gonna pretend like or glorify on the fact that I do so much, because I know I can do more. And I believe that most of us can do more in every which way. We could do more at our jobs, we could do more at life. Instead of scrolling on social media platforms. I'm not gonna attack one platform. Everyone has their own form of entertainment, and sure, it's okay in some minuscule form of consumption, but being totally consumed by it makes it hard to live your life. Or at least it's not a fulfilling life that's driven by artificial life that you want for yourself to some degree. Because let's be honest, when we watch these shows, when we watch all these entertainers, these people that we look up to, we want to be them to some degree or in some way. We want some part of what they have to be as our own. That just comes with self-analyzation and being self-aware of why we do things. And in the moment, we don't know why we're doing them. We just do them based off of impulse and because we trained ourselves to do them. If I'm not making any sense right now, I apologize. Like I said, these are more like rambling videos of me just going on a rant about random things. And I appreciate whoever decides to stick around and just see me. I think that's invaluable, and I'm very appreciative of that because it's such a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. Considering everything, like where I'm at the very beginning of my journey. So just having one person watch my video, maybe not even all of it, but just click on the video and be like, I want to give this guy a chance. That's quite fascinating. That's how the ball gets rolling eventually. It all starts with that one person, and that one person may just be you. And I appreciate you. Because me personally, I'm not the one to, I don't want to say watch videos like this. I don't see myself being the first person to see anything in general, especially when it comes to entertainment. So if there was a video like this of someone, let me fix this a little bit better. That's better. If there was a video like this and it had 0 views, titled Rant, and maybe this is a analyzation of how people possibly perceive my videos when they come across it, whoever does come across it, that, wow, nobody's watched his videos, maybe because it's labeled day 4 rant or some shit. But there's some grace, there's some mercy that comes with this process, because I wouldn't say the process, but you have to lay that on yourself, because anyone that's worth knowing or that are influential in this day and age, people that are doing really well for themselves, and good for them. They were at one point in the same position that I was, as far as the platform goes, right? They started from the bottom. Everyone did, and you had to. That's kind of how it goes. Of course, some people get it easier, they get more leverage, but that's also based off of the content that you post. It's also based off of dumb luck. You just created a trend by saying some dumb shit like Hawk 2 or some bullshit. I think that stuff is ridiculous, by the way. It's like, come on now. Like, we're making the most, ugh. This generation makes the most ridiculous people. People that does the dumbest shit famous. And sure, it's maybe it's a cool thing, right? It catches on for a little bit, but you have to realize these things go to people's head. It's hard not to go to people's head. Then all of a sudden they're on interviews with Dr. Phil talking about X, Y, and Z. And it's like, come on, you just said some dumb shit. You have no reason to be on Dr. Phil talking about X, Y, and Z. You know, I know. I know. I wouldn't even know how to like feel about that. Like if I said some shit, right? Some crazy shit. I probably won't do something. I won't say nothing crazy on this video. Something controversial. But those things are not even controversial. They're just like they're lame, really. It's like, come on, you couldn't think of something better to say? Maybe you could have. I don't know. That's how that's how bored we are with society or with life that we're willing to make the most, you know, don't say you know. We're willing to make the most plain and simple reply, the most prominent, the most trending topic, the most, the most whatever. It's quite fascinating. And this is not I hate to target the girl that said that. It just came off the top of my mind in the very moment. So, my apologies to that woman. I don't know her name. Don't really care either, but it just shows you that the world that we live in has changed. There's people that make a single video and it changes their life. There's people that's been making videos for the longest time and they still get barely any views. It's at that point it's all about heart and passion, and of course strategy possibly needs to be considered at that point. And that's why I said in the beginning that at the point that I'm at, it's a little bit more, I have to give myself that grace and mercy and be like, I'm not going to see the results. This is day 5. You're not gonna see shit. I did get like a like or a comment on another video, and I feel good about that. Not in a good like it's me. It's more like, damn, somebody really took their time out of their day to see maybe even 20 seconds of the video that I made to them like it. And it was a sweet comment too. It was something about, wow, how beautiful, or something in Spanish. Gracias. Muchas gracias. So, that's where we're at today. And then today, speaking of today, today is the August 20th, 12 something a.m., 12:30 a.m. Life is good. Life is good. No complaints. There's a bunch of shit to complain about, sure, but no complaints. People have it worse. You gotta keep that in mind. And I realize that more than ever. I've traveled before, but not while I was an adult, like an official adult, where I have some understanding of what's going on or what it is to work hard and those things. Me going to Pakistan this last couple months ago, it made me realize how good I actually had it here in America, Texas. I got it good. We got it good. So you just gotta be grateful. You gotta see through the tunnel of darkness, a dark tunnel, and you have to look for the light at the end of it. It's hard. Sometimes you might even need glasses, right? You might not have your glasses, that's probably why you can't see. And you just gotta keep going until you do. And I promise that there is a light. And even if it's the smallest bit of light, it gives you hope. It gives you gratitude for the fact of what it is. You only appreciate the light because there's darkness, and vice versa. The days going to become nights. The nights are going to become days. Even during the night when the moon's out and you're able to see better, that's how beautiful is that, man? It's like a very dull, I wouldn't say dull, but it's a gloomy light that sort of just washes across anywhere that you're gonna go at the moment. Casts its shadows even. It's beautiful. I love the moon, guys. The moon is who wouldn't love the fucking moon? Who wouldn't love anything about any of this? And yeah, granted, there are a lot of fucking things that I think it's self-imposed, things that we do to ourselves, to each other, that we hate. But take that out of the picture and life is just nothing but bliss. And I don't say that in a literal term because maybe I do. I'm sure whoever's watching understands what I'm trying to say, because the bad things, the good things, the good and bad things, you have to take the good with the bad. That's the yin and yang effect, right? You give and you also gotta take. It's obvious to see that that's a universal law. There's always an extreme of one or the other, but there's always going to be that exchange. That's why you gotta do your best to find your gift and give it to others, so that way the world gives you what you deserve. and what you need, maybe even what you want. That's the beautiful thing about life. And these things are hard to see through. It's hard to see through into the future when you're having a hard time in your current situation. You're like, fuck, I gotta do this, I got bills, I got debt, I got people calling me about, where's my rent, motherfucker? Yeah, you gotta see through, man. You gotta have faith, you gotta work hard every day. And I am so grateful I am not in that situation. But who knows, I might be in a situation that's equivalent as, you know, equivalent on the ladder of that emotion or that difficulty of life. I believe life, having a difficult life or difficulties in life is part of what makes us who we are. If we stand our ground and keep going, we come out a more refined version of ourselves, a better version of ourselves, hopefully. And it's funny because I ask people, right? I talk to people that I specifically went to jail, and of course, you don't want to go to jail. They say the same thing. It's like, because I asked them, I'm like, aren't you kind of glad you went to jail? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I hated that shit, but I think deep down that they did appreciate the fact that they were in jail. And I'm not just talking about the specific people that I was talking to about that stuff. Rather, I'm speaking of people that in general went to jail and came out, you know, and living a decent life, better life than they were before, got their act together. That's the whole point of jail to begin with. It's supposed to be a rehab. You're supposed to get better. You're supposed to become more orderly, and you have plenty of time to think. You ain't got no damn taxes to pay or anything like that. You got meals, you got everything, you know, place to sleep. It may not be the best, but you got everything you need to survive. And I understand that some jail culture, prisons, it's not the same. Not everything's built equal, right? Some jails you can get your ass licked. Some jails, you know, as long as you stand your ground, I hope, you know, you'll be alright. It's all about respect at the end of the day. I feel like if I respect you, or showcase respect, I don't have to necessarily respect you. Just having a sense of respect, you know, not doing no dumb shit or inappropriate shit, spitting on someone, that's disrespectful. Obviously, you're gonna get your ass beat at that point. Now, at that point, you're just asking for it. But yeah, I asked these guys, and I feel like they realize, yeah, though it wasn't a pleasant experience, they are grateful for it. I can sense that off of them. They might not even say that. And I feel like everyone, like I said, everyone that has gotten out of jail and is living a good, better life, they all feel the same way deep down, despite all the shit that they went through in there, you know? It's shaped them into someone that can have a better life after jail. And of course, there are people that get out of jail and go right back to who knows what. So in that sense, I was like, you know, is jail nice? I sound like a psychopath saying that, Asking someone that went to jail, is jail nice? Oh, jeez. But we need to be a little crazy. A little crazy doesn't hurt. A little crazy just makes life a little bit more worthwhile. That's all it does. Just a little bit. It's like seasoning. Just makes it better, Cool. I think that's good for today. If you're watching my video, whoever you are, and you want to see something specific, nothing crazy, just something like you want to see me do fashion stuff, because I know I got some taste when it comes to dressing up a little bit. I've been wearing this the whole day, that's why I look a little rough. But it's a good outfit. Let's see. It's a good it's a good fit. It's not bad. I was wearing it with my aviators today. This is just my night reading look slash those old people that are in libraries, they're like, that's the look. So fashion, there's a whole bunch of things I can do and talk about. Really, I'm just trying to build a connection. Maybe it's a little early, but better sooner than later, right? I just want to find, I suppose it'll just happen naturally. Just gotta try different things out. Like I said, I like dressing up. I like to work out. I like doing things like this, self-improvement. I like to work on myself, And maybe I'm not the best. I'm not like on my A game necessarily, but I'll get there. I know I will. I love mindset. I love the aspect. I love what makes someone have this undeniable belief in themselves to achieve things that are not realized. That's why I love mindset. In general, I love being a good man. So hopefully I'm doing a good job. I'm trying. So I'll see you guys in the next one.